Welcome to the Daily Vibecasting.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're jumping right into the stream, the absolute buzz on X right now. It's fast, it's vicious.
Grab the vibes, see what's trending, and move.
Yeah.
That's the plan. We've got a lot lined up today.
Okay, first one. Elon Musk? At Elon Musk, Picius Maximus. Right, just one word. Insatiable.
Insatiable. Okay, that definitely grabs your attention.
It does. In context here, it's following that CNBC interview, he was talking about Optimus, the Tesla robot.
Right, predicting demand for it would be, well, insatiable.
Exactly. What's the quick take?
Well, it shows his massive confidence in, autonomous robots, automation taking over tasks. It fits the whole AI robotics advancement narrative we're seeing everywhere.
Yeah, but it also bumps up against his other comments, right, about power needed for AI data centers.
That's the tension. Huge demand, huge potential, but also huge infrastructure questions, like power.
Definitely. Okay, next vibe. At Catturd posts this H-erd with an image.
The maps.
Yeah, the classic red electoral map next to, like, an almost perfectly split Congress. The post is basically hinting at, well,
Election funny business. But let's break that down quick. That red map, likely presidential precincts, lots of land area, geographically huge, often rural.
But not where most people live.
Exactly. The split Congress reflects population centers, the blue dots, the cities. It's population density, not necessarily fraud. Land doesn't vote, people do.
Good point.
Yeah.
And yeah, claims of stolen elections still lacking solid proof. Okay, switching completely. AI users at Meera posts, breaking set. 122.5 million people now use ChatGPT daily.
Wow. 122.5 million daily.
That adoption rate is just something else.
It really is. And it matches reports, 92% of Fortune 100 companies using it, 50% of college students. It's becoming embedded.
And the image looked like Singapore. Makes sense. Big tech hub.
Very AI-ready place. She also mentioned that Feynman technique, prompt for learning faster with it, supposedly boosts retention 30%.
Yeah.
Interesting tip.
Okay, sticking with AI but visual now. At Catturd, PJ Ace. He's a filmmaker, 15 years experience. He posts, I've been a professional filmmaker for 15 years and it's getting very difficult to tell if this is fake.
Yeah, it hits differently coming from a pro, doesn't it?
It really does. He's looking at a video, likely that Google VO3 demo, maybe? The non-existent car show?
Could be. Or maybe something from OpenAI Sora. The point is, these models are getting scary good. The realism.
It makes you wonder, how do you verify anything anymore? The misinformation potential is huge.
Absolutely huge. Verification is becoming critical.
Okay, let's bring it down to a more personal level, though still AI-related. At Unusual Whales shares this story, citing Fortune. Software engineer lost his $150K a year job to AI. He's been rejected from 800 jobs and forced to DoorDash and live in a trailer to make ends meet.
Oof. That's rough. That's the other side of the coin, isn't it?
Yeah, it really brings a human cost into focus.
You see the potential for automation in software, but then you get stories like Sean K's. It highlights the real threat.
Yeah.
Even for high-skilled jobs.
And 800 rejections.
It makes you think about safety nets, retraining. The gig economy, like DoorDash, it helps, but it's not a replacement for a career. We need to think about policy.
Definitely need a bigger conversation there. Okay, maybe some better news. At Leading Report posts, breaking. Gas prices are projected to be at their lowest level in 22 years for Memorial Day when adjusted for inflation.
Okay, that sounds promising for travelers. Lowest in 22 years, inflation adjusted.
Gas Buddy's projection, right? Averaging around $3.02 through the summer, the post suggests a link to Trump's policies.
Right, but you got to look at the replies too. People immediately jump in saying, not where I live. California, Washington. Prices are still sky high there.
Yeah, regional differences are huge. California's got refinery issues potentially pushing prices up too.
Plus, economists always add that little note of caution, right? Low prices can sometimes signal a weaker economy. It's not always purely good news.
True. Always layers.
Okay.
Now this could be huge. Tech world shakeup. At Pidezi, Shiomonot tweets, wow, OpenAI is buying Jony Ive startup IO for $6.05 in equity.
Wow, indeed. And Mark Gurman, at Mark Gurman, followed up with, mind-blowing for anyone who has followed Apple for the last decade plus.
This is massive. Jony Ive, the Apple design legend, iPhone, iMac.
Teaming up with OpenAI, Sam Altman, a $6.5 billion equity deal. They're serious about AI hardware.
What are they building? The iPhone of AI.
That's the speculation. A new generation of AI devices. Ive's firm, love from, handling the design. Maybe we see something in 2026.
This puts pressure on Apple, Google, everyone.
For sure, Apple stock dipped a bit on the news. This is a real challenge.
Okay, let's shift to the markets. Bond yields. At Kobeissi Letter reports. Breaking. The 10Y note yield officially rises to 4.60%.
4.60%. That's pretty high. And they point out it's up 90 basis points since the Fed started cutting rates.
Which is weird, right? Don't yields usually fall when the Fed cuts?
Typically, yeah. That's the historical pattern. But this suggests the markets may be worried about other things, like government debt deficits.
Fiscal policy overriding monetary policy.
That seems to be the interpretation. The bond market is basically saying, we hear you, Fed, but we're more worried about the $1 trillion plus in interest payments and the overall debt load. Remember, Moody's downgraded U.S. debt recently, too.
Yeah, the market seems spooked by something else. Okay, quick pivot. At Wild Bear Steps, Stephanie Tyler posts, MSM, Elon is in decline, and attaches this, collage.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Pretty sarcastic.
Totally. It's pushing back against some article, maybe the Atlantic one, and it just shows pictures of
SpaceX rockets launching, Teslas, Neuralink images, Starlink bitches, basically saying decline. Really, look at this.
It's a visual counter-argument. Hard to deny the activity across his companies. Reusable rockets, Tesla stock bouncing back, Neuralink doing trials.
It's a pretty effective meme. Gets the point across without a lot of words.
Okay, crypto fans. At Watcher.Guru just dropped. Breaking. $110,000 Bitcoin.
Whoa! Another milestone. Wasn't it just $100K back in December?
Seems like it. Up 10% fast. The whole crypto market cap is climbing.
It feels like more mainstream acceptance is happening. Maybe some political tailwinds, too. Trump's past comments perhaps helping.
Could be. Some replies were quoting Voltaire, about paper money failing and needing alternatives, like Weimar Germany, Venezuela, Bitcoin as that hedge.
Interesting historical context people are bringing in.
Okay, circling back to OpenAI and Ive, OpenAI's own account, at OpenAI, posted, Sam and Jony introduce Io with a video.
The official reveal. Or tease, at least.
Yeah, it shows Altman and Ive talking. Looks like they're in a cafe.
Yeah, Cafe Zoetrope in San Francisco, apparently. Kind of historic, artistic place. Maybe hinting at the creative side of this venture.
Blending Ive's design sense with OpenAI's tech. Very intriguing.
Definitely setting a specific tone. It's all about blending that tech and design, clearly.
Okay, shifting gears again. Music scene. At Uncle Doomer posts about the All-American Rejects doing house shows. The observation is, what's crazy about All-American Rejects doing house shows is that it's a completely inhospitable environment for people over the age of 26.
Huh. That's a funny but maybe accurate take.
Right, like playing tiny house parties connects them with Gen Z maybe, but us older millennials, maybe not our scene anymore.
It's a strategy, right? Keep it authentic, avoid seeming cringe by playing big venues just for nostalgia. Connect with the younger fans directly. Seems like it's working for them, despite the logistics.
Smart move, maybe. Okay, sports. Ben Stiller, at Ben Stiller, huge Knicks fan. He just posts, Gianni C.
Pure fan energy.
Totally. And he attached that Harry Potter image, the he's back one.
Nice.
Yeah.
After they beat the Celtics.
Yeah.
Now facing the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals, the magic is alive for Knicks fans.
For sure. Though the replies, lots back and forth, Pacers fans pointing out their stats, playoff fever.
Absolutely. Passionate stuff.
All right. Almost there. Fashion. Sort of. At Greg16676I3542 posts, this is stolen valor, with a picture of Kim Kardashian's new Skims bra.
The one with the built-in nipple piercings.
The faux piercings, yeah. So he's jokingly calling that stolen valor.
Okay, that's a pretty witty critique. It's definitely a look.
Skims launched it. It's like $62. The idea is you get the pierced look without, actually doing it. Builds on their first nipple bra from 2023.
It's certainly a conversation starter. But yeah, important to note, stolen valor actually refers to falsely claiming military honors. This is fashion commentary.
Right, just a very online joke. Okay, next one involves Trump, Musk, and South Africa. At Autism Capital shared a clip.
What's happening in the clip?
It's Trump meeting with South African President Ramaphosa, and Elon Musk is there too. Trump talks about Musk being from South Africa.
Okay.
But then he kind of pivots, saying Musk wants to focus on space, not get involved in other things. It almost sounds like Trump is shielding Musk from tricky questions about South Africa.
Interesting dynamic. It definitely touches on complex stuff. U.S. policy on South African refugees, those controversial claims about genocide against white farmers there, politics and tech intersecting.
Yeah, a lot going on under the surface of that little exchange.
Definitely.
And finally, just an open question from @SibDolgers, Doge designer. If Elon Musk called you right now, what would you say to him? And there's a picture of Musk, maybe from the Cyber Rodeo.
Huh. That's designed to get engagement.
Totally. And it really plays into how people see him, right?
Yeah.
Especially after buying X, the whole free speech debate.
Yeah, he's a polarizing figure. I bet the replies are all over the place.
A lot of them, according to the post context, actually praise him for saving free speech on X. So that's a clear theme in the responses they're seeing.
Interesting. Reflects a certain segment of the user base, for sure.
Phew. Okay, that was a whirlwind tour of the X-verse today.
From AI robots and crypto highs to political commentary and nipple bras, we covered some ground.
A proper daily vibe casting. Fast, sharp, hitting the pulse.
Absolutely reflects the sheer speed and variety of what flies across that platform daily.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. With all this stuff coming at you so fast on platforms like X, so many takes, so many updates, how do you think social media is actually shaping how we see the world?
Wow.
And maybe more importantly, how do you personally sort through it all? How do you navigate that constant flood?
Good question to mull over. How do you
Bye.
filter the noise?